know that I'm wrong.
Correct.
I shouldn't have done that.
Correct.
But if you don't know that what you
when
did
you're
is
having
wrong,
a debate,
if
you look at both sides. You don't just continue what you're talking about.
I can't see both sides if I know your side is wrong.
My side is not wrong. But that is your opinion. That is your opinion.
It's true.
It's not true.
It is true.
That is your opinion.
Junior, if you ask me to go somewhere with you, and I just don't show up, and you're expecting me to go with you, you're gonna be upset, right? That's being unreliable.
That's not.
If I can't rely on you to be there when you say you're gonna be there, that's unreliable.
No, because
yes.
I can just make somebody else to come with me, or I can just continue with all my plans.
But because you know that I'm now unreliable.
No.
Yes.
That doesn't have to be what you're stating.
If I did that, would you call me again to go with you?
Of course, if I want you to go with you, if I want you to go with me, doesn't mean it doesn't. It's not about you being unreliable.
If I'm supposed to be there.
If I ask you to do something for me and I really need it done, then you keep saying no, or oh something came up, then that's you being unreliable. But when it was time for me to leave, I wasn't making excuses like, oh, I don't think I could come to work today. I broke my foot or anything like that. I just chose not to go. So that was my choice. That's not being unreliable.
Yes, it is. Do you hear yourself?
It's not being unreliable.
It is unreliable.
It's something else. It's not being unreliable.
What is it then? Tell me what it is. Please tell me what it is.
Number one, it is failing to.
No, I want one description. I don't want. I don't want number 1, number 2, number 3. I want one description.
You want one description?
Yes.
Me not showing up.
If you can't tell me right away, that means that you're unreliable. Like, if you can't think of the word right away, it's obviously unreliable. I'm being very serious right now.
I'm sorry. I didn't even know the light was on. Did it go off?
Oh my gosh. You too, man.
Oh, damn.
As I was saying, me not showing up is not about me being reliable or unreliable. It was my choice. Now, what comes after my choice has nothing to do with me.
Junior, did they have like some sort of roster, like to tell you who's work, like who the employees
It's
are?
called the schedule.
Or did they have some sort of schedule? Did you ask someone to fill in for you? Did you?
You're still not seeing what I'm saying.
You're not seeing what I'm saying.
I made a choice. Making
that choice makes you unreliable. Because if someone is relying you to be there to do your job and you don't tell them that you're not going to be there, that's making you unreliable. Because if you can't even tell me that you're not going to be there to fill in my job, how am I supposed to be able to trust you in the future?
All right, how about this? All right, I asked you to do me a favor once, right? You don't do it. I asked you to do me a favor again, you do it. I asked you to do me a favor again, you do it. So based off that one time that you didn't do me a favor, you're unreliable?
Yes.
No, you're not.
I'm not saying.
How are you unreliable off of one instance?
Junior, I'm not talking
Answer
about.
that question. How are you unreliable over that one instant?
You aren't unreliable over that one instant.
Okay,
but
that's
a different example.
That is not a different example.
It is a different example, Junior. If you had not shown up that one day and then came the other days after that, that's something different. But if you just don't show up, period, that's unreliable.
That's not something different. It's the same thing.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
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 Junior, you did not show up at all after that.
Listen. If I was working at my job, I didn't show up one day, and then I continued working. Then I didn't show up.
Did you do that?
I'm talking.
Did you do that? Yes
Let's
or no?
say I was working at my job, and I didn't show up one day, and then I started working again, and I didn't show up another day, and then I started working and working. That's me being unreliable, right? They can't rely on me to do my job, right? Because I'm not showing the work, right? Or for 2 instances. Now, if it continues to add on, then that's me becoming.
It did add on when you stopped showing up day after day after day after day.
When it starts to add on, then that's you becoming unreliable. But if it's one instance, there's that's a mistake. That's what it is. Now, my choice, I wouldn't say it's a mistake. It was a wrong choice because of the way that I came about it. It's not me being unreliable. Because you know what I did after I made that choice? I went straight to them and I told them, oh, I'm leaving for college. They said, oh, that's okay. You know?
That is not what you told me. I'm being serious.
What did I tell you? Because
told
I didn't tell you that part.
You told me that you did not show up, and that they knew you were going to college, so you didn't show up and you weren't gonna tell them. And that when you came back to get your job, they said that no, they voided you because you stopped showing up.
That's not what I told you.
That is what you told me.
I told you that I left and I wasn't showing up again, as in I wasn't going to work because I still had a schedule, correct? Because they thought that I was still working, correct? Now, I'm adding a part that I didn't tell you. I went to my job and I told them that I was leaving for college, and they said, "Oh, it's okay."
And that's different from what you told me.
It doesn't matter.
It does matter.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, that one piece of evidence would have made me say, "Okay, you're reliable." But if you had,
so I had to add that one piece of information.
Yes.
For you to say that, oh, maybe he is reliable.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Why do I have to add extra factors for you to just focus on that?
Oh my god.
Junior, did you not hear anything I just said? I literally repeated the same thing. Every time you ask me how that makes you unreliable, I repeat the same thing.
No, because
Yes.
look at this. Let's go back to my example when 3 days, 4 days, I'm not showing up to work, right? Now, let's say all those times that I was not going to work, I was taking care of my wife that's sick in the hospital, but I haven't told my manager because it's a hasty decision, so I wasn't thinking at the time. When I add that information in, then you're like, oh, maybe, dang, he's not unreliable. This is like a life crisis, life crisis.
Junior, that's different.
That's
I
not
am
different.
not
It's
talking
the
about other
same thing.
people's situations. I'm not talking about fake situations. I'm talking about the
This is
situation that you told me.
This is where the debate ends because you're not taking in more information.
The debate ended when I said
No.
you were unreliable.
No. That's all right. You saying I'm reliable. You're sticking to your same argument instead
Junior.
of changing. That's
Junior.
not a part of the
Junior.
debate. You were the
Junior.
debate champion, weren't you?
Junior.
Didn't you use?
Because you shut up for like
Didn't
2
you use
seconds.
other people's evidence against them when you was debating against them?
Junior.
Why aren't you doing that now?
Because there's no reason to.
No.
Yes.
If I'm adding in more information, it's changing your argument instead of mine.
Exactly. Because
So-
it was built off of the information that you told me.
No.
Yes.
So when I add more information in, then where does that leave
When
us?
you add more
No.
information, I'm wrong. But if you don't add information, I'm not wrong.
So you're wrong. So shut up. It's over.
No, it's not over.
It's over.
You're
You
telling
just
me
admitted it.
the situation.
You just admitted that you was
Junior.
wrong. So it's over.
The situation that I was talking about is different from your situation.
No, because I
Yes.
just gave you a life scenario of the
But
same
that's not
kind
your
of.
life. I'm talking about your life.
That's
Oh
what
my
I'm
God.
trying to say. All right, you want to talk about my life? You want to talk about my life? Really?
Yes.
All right. Do you want me to bring up another instant where I wasn't? I could have been seen as unreliable,
Yes.
and then that would make you understand what I'm talking about.
Yes.
It doesn't work like that.
Then why'd you ask? Like, I don't understand.
Cause it's just proving my point.
No, it's not.
All right. Let's say you talking to a teacher, right?
Hold on.
No,
This
no,
is
no,
like
no,
me
no.
telling
No, no,
you
no.
a story.
I'm
Hold on.
gonna let
This
you
is like me
understand where I'm
telling you
coming
a
from.
story, right? And then you're coming to me and telling me that I'm wrong for whatever I did in my story. And then I'm adding evidence, or what seems to be evidence, because you're saying that I'm wrong and I don't want to be wrong.
Your opinion is valid. That's your opinion. But how are you gonna tell me how I approach a situation if I didn't?
I am not telling you
I'm
how
talking.
you approach
Can
a
I
situation.
talk?
No, you can't, because you interrupted me every time I started a sentence.
Because you're just saying the same thing over and over. You're not adapting to the conversation.
Because there's
Which you're
no
supposed
reason to,
What
because
you're
I'm
supposed
talking
to
about
do
a
if you're
specific...
trying to debate with
I
me.
am talking about a specific scenario. I am not
So you're
talking
gonna
about
keep talking about
others.
that same scenario?
Yes, because that's the scenario that I care about. I don't care about the other scenarios. The scenario that I'm talking about is the scenario that bothered me.
Then why bring up that scenario as if you wanted to debate? If you just wanted to
I
state...
didn't want to debate. I just said that you were unreliable. We could have left it at that. If you really care about the feelings, like, I don't understand.
If you really wanted to just say that and state your opinion, when I gave you my opinion, you would not have talked back.
But when I gave you my opinion, you didn't need to talk
There's
back
no
to make
buts.
me talk back to you.
Everything after a but is a what? What did you say?
lie.
There's no buts.
Okay, there won't be any buts. If you had not had added after what I said, there would have never been a debate. This is not a
But
debate.
did you know that after I said what I said, you had more to say? and then you added on, you try to bring up your
because it's true.
Because it's true to what you believe.
It's true to what.
But when I brought up all these scenarios, then you was like, okay, yeah, maybe.
Because that's different.
It's not different.
Junior, you're telling me. Hold on.
If you can see similarities, it's not different.
No, hold on. That's like me saying, "Oh, I killed my dog. Oh, now I'm wrong because I killed my dog. But now I'm gonna add on to what I said about me killing my dog, so I'm not wrong."
What?
If I say that I killed my dog, right?
Correct.
And then someone comes to me and is like, "You're wrong for killing your dog."
That's their opinion. Yeah.
You can add on and be like, "Oh, wait, I didn't kill my dog. Someone else did." That's pretty much what you just did.
No, that's
yes.
something
You added information.
I gave you a similar scenario. What
I'm
you're
not
saying
talking
is that
about your scenario.
No. I'm talking about your scenario. What you just said. You said I killed my dog, right? Somebody said that. Oh, you're wrong for killing your dog, right?
Yes.
And then you was like, oh, I didn't kill my dog. Someone else killed my dog. That's something way different.
No, it's not. It's adding evidence so that you don't
That's
feel
not
like you were
added
wrong.
evidence.
Yes, it is.
Because if you said that you killed your dog, and then you say, oh, I didn't kill my dog, somebody else killed my dog, that's a lie.
Because that's what you just did. You said, when I asked you about your job, right? You said, I just stopped going. I said, why did you do that? He said, because I knew I was supposed to go to college. They knew I was supposed to go to college, so I just stopped showing up. And
exactly,
I said,
for one day.
Let me finish. You said that you just didn't come, and then when you tried to get your job back, they said that they weren't going to give you your job back because you had just stopped showing up.
Okay, when I told you that,
but you never told me.
You
never told me.
We're not going to talk about your
You never told me
opinion.
that you went to them.
All right, you have to stop.
No, I'm not going to stop talking because you didn't add the part where you said that you spoke to them. If you had said that you spoke to them, that's different. This would not be a situation.
This is all a part of what you think. Now, can we go back to what you just said? All right,
14
you just said 19. That. I went. What did you say? That I said when I tried to go back to my job that they didn't let. Now that's where I have to add more information in. That's just like saying I like candy, and then you're wondering in your head, why do you like candy, right? And that's when you have to say, oh, I like candy because it's sweet. I like candy because there's so many. When I told you that I went back to get my job, and they didn't accept me, that's when I was searching for jobs. I didn't go back to my job and say, hey, can I come back? No. I was searching for jobs. I picked that one first because I was already working there. And then I picked multiple jobs. The same company, multiple jobs. And they didn't accept me.
Do you
see how that's added,
do you
added
understand
information?
How you just added information to
exactly.
change
That's what you have to. That's what you have to understand. You can't base your arguments or your opinions off of a topic or a general statement that's told to you, and then try to use that into an argument like, oh, you're wrong.
That's not an argument.
You're wrong.
Because you were. In the situation that you gave me, you were wrong. You did not tell me the full situation.
So how was I wrong? Tell me how was I wrong?
Junior, I explained to you
in the
very beginning of this how the...
Tell me how I was wrong. Just answer the
I'm not
question.
having this conversation.
How was I wrong?
I'm not doing this.
How was I
You're
wrong?
done. You're right. I'm sorry.
Was I wrong for not going to work?
Yes, you were wrong for not going to work.
That's your opinion, and I agree with you.
Okay, I'm done with this conversation. You were right. I am wrong. I'm sorry.
But then your input of saying that I'm unreliable, that is your opinion.
Junior, I just said you were right. Can we end this conversation? Like, I don't understand why we're still going.
Saying that I'm wrong, saying that I'm unreliable, that's your opinion.
Why are you so bent on this? I'm done. We're done. The conversation is finished. The debate is done. You won. Gold medal for you. Can we please watch the movie now?
Now you want to go watch the movie?
Because if we continue to have this conversation, I'm going to get frustrated.
I don't care if you get frustrated.
Okay, well, why are we still having this?
Continue with talking.
Go ahead, say what you want to say. Go ahead. Carry on.
Now, when you was at my house, pause. The room that I was at, I did agree with you saying that was wrong. Correct or incorrect?
I don't remember.
Of course you would.
I'm being serious.
I admitted that I was wrong. And then you was like, well, let me see. Did y'all wanted you there? Like you always do. And that, like you just did. and then I told you, oh, I just stopped showing up, blah 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 blah. But anyways, I agreed with you about me not showing up was wrong. Now, when you're talking about this unreliable business, that's your opinion.
Okay. It's my opinion. I'm sorry.
When something becomes a pattern, that's when you can really base your judgment on it.
Okay.
And that's when it becomes a truth. When it becomes a pattern.
I understood it the first time you said it.
I really hope you did.
Are we done?
I mean, I'm not done until the stop.
So you were doing that for a camera, really?
I mean, I had to entertain the conversation. So.
Hey man, you won.